What's up, Jiven here. Today I'm going to be explaining why Fortnite is proof that we live in a computer simulation. This is super different from my other videos, but I think it's a really cool topic, and I figured I'd try it out and see if you guys find it interesting too. Before I start the video, it would mean the world to me if you use code JivenTV in the item shop. Because it's a new month, Fortnite completely wiped the slates and cleared everybody's creator codes, so if you're not using a code already, be sure to use JivenTV. It's the absolute best way to support me and help me keep making videos. Anywho, let's hop into this video. So I should probably start out by explaining what I mean when I say we live in a simulation. This is a topic that's been talked about by many scientists, including Elon Musk, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and others. Basically, it's the idea that our universe was created with a computer, and that everything around us is powered by this computer. So like God created us using a computer. You may be wondering, is a simulation a video game? And the answer is no. Video games require players to interact with the game, but simulations run on their own. Simulations are just like a system where the creators put a bunch of stuff in motion to see what happens. The reason I like this idea is because it makes sense and doesn't exactly take any truth away from religion. Like in a religion, when it talks about creation, all of it could be true, but it could have just been made with a computer instead of like by the power of magic. But I'll talk more about that on another day. So what makes me say Fortnite is proof that we live in a computer simulation? Here's the first part of this idea. If we're in a simulation, that means that people that made us had to program all of the laws of physics. Because our universe, it functions on, the fact that gravity causes us to be pulled downwards, and the fact that there's cause and effect and stuff like that. So the coding for our simulation, if we are simulated, is made up of all the math that we learn in school. They would have had to program gravity, time, cause, effect, all that stuff. Well, the creators of Fortnite had to do the same thing. They had to create the laws of gravity, Newton's laws of cause and effect, action and reaction. Sure, Fortnite is much simpler, but it's the same concept if our world was simulated. If we do live in a simulation, the laws of gravity, motion, and more would be just like the laws of gravity, motion, and other stuff in Fortnite or any video game. So the fact that we already have the knowledge to program laws of physics in video games kind of shows that there might be a possibility that we could do it on a larger scale with a simulation of a world with people in it. If we can do it on these simple terms in Fortnite, maybe we can do it on bigger terms, like, a creation of a society. But that's just a basic similarity. Let me talk about something that's going to blow your mind. Part 2 to this argument. Let's say that one day our technology gets so good that we can make a simulation of a universe, okay? Maybe it's 100 years from now, maybe it's 1,000 years from now. Let's just think that it's possible maybe one day we can create a simulation of a universe. Let's say if we do this, maybe we do it so that we can study it and learn from it, or whatever the reason is. Let's just say we created a universe with a computer. If we could do this, then that is proof that we already live in a simulation. And here's why. If we create a simulation of our own universe, that means within that simulation, humans exist, right? Humans within the simulation that we created will evolve and create technology, just like we did. And eventually, humans in the simulation will create another simulation, just like we did. If they create a simulation within our simulation, then another simulation of another universe will be created by the humans in that simulation. Any simulation that's created of our universe leads to another simulation of another universe just like that one. And this means we are already in that cycle of simulations creating simulations. Maybe the creators of our universe created us with a simulation, and maybe the creators of their universe were created by a simulation. It's just an infinite cycle of universes creating more universes. So basically, the fact that we can already program the laws of physics and design complicated games like Fortnite and Call of Duty means we're on the right track to create even more complicated things with computers. eventually we may be able to create simulations of single worlds like Earth, or maybe even whole solar systems, and then galaxies, and then entire universes that function with a computer. I think it would be pretty cool if we were stuck in a cycle of infinite simulations spawning simulations. It's like the universes themselves are reproducing, and computers are the birthing grounds of these new universes. And now you're probably thinking, this is crazy, this is impossible, Jiven, you're a nutcase. But at the same time, it's very possible. Everything in our universe is mathematical, and computers function through math expressions. So if everything around us is math, our bodies, rain, cars, everything is built with mathematical expressions. It kind of makes sense that we could program universes, since universes are made entirely of math. Okay, so now here's another really brief idea that's crazy. So one thing you might be wondering is why we would create a universe. Like, doesn't that kind of seem ridiculous? Well, there's multiple reasons why we might create universes eventually. And here's two of my ideas why. One idea might be simply to prove the theory of how we were created. If we can create a universe just like our own, and then they create a universe just like their own, and it's just a cycle of, people creating universes, then that would probably prove that we were created within a computer just like we created these other universes. So that's one idea. How crazy would it be if we knew how we got here? One of the biggest questions of the universe is, how did we get here? And that's why there's so many religions. They all explain in different ways how we were created. And really all of them are so different. Like, there's different gods. Some have one god, some have a ton of gods. And it never really explains how exactly it'd be possible that a universe was created by these gods. It just says, they made us. And the craziest part is people start wars, just because of religion. You believe in something other than me? Let's go to war and see who wins. Like, it's just ridiculous. So if they prove that we were made in a computer, that might settle a lot of the disputes in the world. I'm sure there'd be a lot of people that don't accept it, but at the same time, there's a lot of people that don't accept science and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. This at least would be like the scientific proof of how we were created. Because at the moment, we just have the Big Bang Theory. That's the scientific proof of where the universe started. But this could explain how the Big Bang was created through a computer, because we have no idea what started that Big Bang. But maybe it was the computer simulation that started it. You just program a bunch of hydrogen atoms into a tiny little ball, a tiny little atom just like in the Big Bang, and then make it boom, and everything is created. Another idea I have of why we might create a simulation eventually is to learn from it. And here's what we could learn. If we created a simulation of a universe just like our own, and we skip ahead in the simulation to see humanity 1,000 years from now, we could see what kind of technology they create and how they created it. We could literally see the blueprint for technology thousands of years ahead of where we're at right now, and literally teleport to the future of science. We could just copy everything that they did and bring it from the future to where we are now. So if we somehow created a simulation, it would literally be like time traveling to the future and being able to have iPhone 50s when we're already at iPhone 11s or something. Anyways, it's a pretty cool abstract idea. I didn't want to go too much into the specifics of it in this video, but I have lots of ideas on this topic, so if you find this interesting and want to see more, let me know by liking the video and commenting. Be sure to also sub if you're new. I want to start making more videos like this, but only if you guys want to see them. Let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.